Well, I guess this story hit mainstream media, titled something to the effect, "What just crashed on the in the Arctic." Well, I'm here to set the record straight. Okay, this is not a crash site. I thought people would dive in and find out for themselves, but apparently not. If you don't have a video card and a big screen, you're wasting your time because your phone or tablet ain't gonna cut it. Okay. Um, I'll dive in here and show you what this is. Pretty elementary from where I sit. These are all craft. There's different sizes, different types. You see this white line right here. This could be one of the overlays that I speak of. I don't know because it almost looks like they're coming out of the ground. I see it all the time. I also see these runway looking strips a lot as well, but usually the craft are just parked in the centers of them. So this is slightly different, but if you look here, for the lack of a better word, it's looking like an evergreen tree of some sort. Okay, here's a puddle jumper. Here's a puddle jumper. There's craft and buildings in here. Okay, craft building. I don't know, but you can. That's clearly a building. There's several buildings in here. Look at these are. I mean, I don't know. I fail to see what people can't see. I mean, it's plain as day to me. I'll try to keep it quick and move right along. There's just craft everywhere. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of tick, tick, tick. But there's buildings, there's craft. Um, this one looks triangular, depending on which way you look at it. But if I turn this a little bit so you can see a little bit better, I guess that'll work. But these are I see these all over the place. They're like platforms. They're multi-level. There's pillars, and usually there's a craft or it's a dwelling. I mean, I don't know what they are, but you can just see that they're everywhere, man. There's thousands of craft lined up here. They're waiting for something. Maybe I'll turn it back a little bit just so you can see. But there's just craft everywhere. And if I dive in and I've shown you 10 billion of them, right here's a being. You want to measure them? Go ahead and measure them. Right here's a being. You know, um, I think people will admit from hand size to 15 foot tall, but as soon as they get bigger than that, man, they look at you like a deer in the headlights. Here's a craft. These are all craft lined up over here, man. This here look. There's a rather large craft, larger. This almost looks like an alligator head. I ain't even going there. We just keep moving along. I mean, they're everywhere. This is interesting. There's some things going on here. I mean, you can see the craft, but there is a. I almost want to say I see like guns or something, but I'm not even going to say that. But I see these things that almost resemble guns. But here's a larger and different looking craft right here. That's pretty interesting. Or it's just a mound. It's a restaurant. I don't know. You look here, you can see a couple of peaks, but you know, there. This looks like an entrance to something. It has a dome on it. You can see the pillars. It looks like there's like a cigar shaped object here, but, clearly this is a pathway through here. You know, Here's craft. These are them puddle jumpers, man. They're like cars over there or something. Because I see them all over the place. Here's a hole, and then there's a craft right here. Look at this craft. They're just, this one actually looks like there's a crane hooked up to it or something. But here, look at this craft. They're everywhere, man. There's thousands and thousands of them just right here. Another puddle jumper. I'll show you a better eye of that. There's some stuff in here that I was kind of seeing like T3B types, but I'm not seeing them right now. But I'm gonna show you one of those puddle jumpers at a little better angle. And here it is. It's like half roundhouse, half craft. They take their house with them. I mean, I don't know. Here's a bunch more of them. But that's what I call a puddle jumper. They're all over the place. You know, this is pretty interesting here. I won't touch on. Here's a rather large craft. I think this one's like 50 foot. Um, just some of the other freaky things that go on in the sites. This looks like some kind of a carving. I'll leave it up to you. You look over here if you want to dive into this guy here, man. I mean, you can see his teeth, his goatee. I mean, what the heck is that? Whole point of this, man, is you're supposed to look at this stuff and decide for yourself. And, a tablet just ain't going to work. Till next time.